for more people to hop on. But today's live is going to be about Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater. Again, when I post about these celebrities and speak on their situations, I'm not speaking ill on them. I don't even know what they're like and I don't care about what they're like. I'm just using their scenarios. So, nobody's a bad person in my books. I'm just stating the facts. So, I think this was a scandal last year when Ethan Slater was married to his pregnant wife, and they ended up breaking up because Ethan went with Ariana Grande and got into a relationship with her. So I do remember seeing several posts. I remember seeing posts from the wife as well. Hi, welcome in. And the wife obviously wasn't too happy about it because one, she was pregnant, and two, her fiance, her husband, left her for a celebrity. Not saying that she wasn't already a celebrity and she didn't have her money, but that's just Ariana Grande is a celebrity. So let's just say this is the scenario. Well, this is the scenario we're talking about. Hold on, let's just say you're pregnant with a man's baby. Just because you're pregnant with a man's baby does not mean that he's going to stay and that he's going to choose you forever. That doesn't mean that he's not going to cheat on you. How many stories have we heard where women get cheated on when they're pregnant? Right? You are having a child because you want to have a child. You want to be a child's mother. And I'm not saying this to start excusing men for their behavior, but you need to understand this reality from the beginning so that in case something happens, you can proceed with your pregnancy in a healthy manner and keep your emotions at bay, because pregnancy is already can be very emotional. So this, I know people looked at Ariana Grande and were like, oh my god, how could you were around them when she was pregnant and you even held the baby or went to their dinners. Ethan's, we'll just say men and women now. A man will, if you say no to that man, if Ariana Grande said no to that man, to Ethan, and said, no, you have a pregnant wife, I'm not going to be able to do this. You don't think that he would have cheated and found another woman to cheat on or to get in another relationship with or to grow interest for during the pregnancy or after the pregnancy? Please. You need to accept the reality of men being visual creatures and that they will do whatever on their phone, follow whoever, go out with whoever. But it's in your best interest to not take things personally, and as a woman continue in your divine feminine energy and not get driven out of your emotions to react with pure emotions. Because if it's gonna happen, if a man wants to do something, he will go and do it. This man wasn't thinking, these men don't think, well, you know, well, my wife is pregnant right now, so no, but maybe I will reconsider in 5 years. Because they will reconsider in 5 years about cheating again. So I want to say this. For his wife, well, his now ex-wife, in the marriage papers, that's where you put the ifs and buts. But if he cheats on me while I'm pregnant carrying his baby, then you will get so and so amount of his finances. Right. Okay, so that's the marriage part. Second, if that man is providing for you and will obviously be providing for the child, just because you leave him does not mean that he will not go out and start another family and all of his money will go towards that other family. And I know people are going to be thinking, oh my God, you're so shallow. But do these things not happen? They happen. So how about you start facing the reality of it as a woman and understand that there are plenty of other men that will gladly provide for you. Stop, girl. That will gladly provide for you and take care of you and your family. Now, you should always have other men that you're talking to. Someone said, right. There should always be other men because with these men, there are always other women. And if there's not always other women, there is always a possibility that they can go and get another woman and talk to other women and entertain other women. That's why there are some celebrities like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Jay-Z has money, right? And if Beyonce decided to up and leave him because of what he's done, what do you think that next woman would have all the access to? His money? The spotlight? No. You got to think smarter and not think with your emotions. A lot of women will drive themselves crazy trying to keep a man. Trying. Because you can't ever, unless you're going to tie him down and put him in your basement, then yeah, you can keep a man. But that should never be your goal in the first place. You trying to keep a man tells me that you're the one pursuing a man. And he's the one in his feminine era. He's in his passenger prince era, right? So yeah. So this was a real quick little video on that. I mean live on that. Someone said, right. Yeah, even these men will tell you. These men will tell you. Also, what the wife did was go on social media. She went on social media and basically spoke about the people involved, about Ariana and Ethan. If you had another man there on your roster interested to pursue you, it would have been nothing to just go with the other man and not even post about it and just put the energy into growing yourself and starting your new relationship, or, you know, becoming a part of your new relationship. Because these men don't care. You're carrying their child, they don't see it the same way as you do. Not always, right? But if you have the security that he already paid you because he's gonna have your baby, so you say, well, I'm pregnant with your baby, I need this amount of money in my savings now, like from you, in case anything happens. I need money towards this investment of mine, this business of mine, because if anything happens to you, if you do anything stupid, basically what you're saying, I have this. You have security to fall back on. Obviously, you have your own security, right? You're pursuing your own career, or you have your own career. You either have, you have your job that you can always fall back on, and you have your own business so that you don't have to go clock in at X job. But also money from him, because if you're pregnant by a man, then that man have better put a lot of money into you. Have better sent you X amount of money, commas in that money too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have oh, actually, one more thing. So like I was saying about earlier, where people were upset at Ariana Grande, that's like getting upset at a wealthy man that has a wife and kids, that goes out and is, in not even chasing, but just wants to participate in the chase of other women, and thinking that when one woman says no, I'm not interested, that he won't continue. You think if you told this man, let's say you work at a construction company, you tell me this man, the CEO, walks up to you and is trying to take you here and take you shopping there and give you X amount of money. You think by you saying no, that he won't just go to the next good looking employee and try to talk them up? So if it wasn't Ariana Grande, it would have been anybody else. Could have been anybody else on the cast. And I'm not saying anything about these celebrities, whether they're good or bad. I don't care. I'm simply stating the fact that this is a scenario and these scenarios play out in the real life, but a lot of people don't know how to handle them. The thing is, you don't handle them. You have things prepared. You have your security. And you continue. And I know people are going to be like, easier said than done. I don't have to have had that happen to me to know that I would prioritize my emotions and the things wouldn't be settled in the paperwork. Don't put too much, not that you should, I'm not saying put trust in men, but they need to invest in you before you even put a little drop of trust in them. I'm not sure how much money that the wife already had or what her status was. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you later.